Dear friends, followers of S Healthcare CNM TV, thank you very much for this time now. We are going to present to you how at the age of over 50, you can still practice vigorous exercises of stretch exercises. You can still do those exercises without any problem, even though you may have a history of injuries. You overcome all those things and you exercise. However much the life can be difficult, but the health is much better than the challenges of life. So look at this exercise. You can see yourself how I'm performing it myself. I perform it, but I had a serious injury in the past 27 years. But now I exercise this way. So you too, you can do the same. You can exercise, because if you do not do it, your body will feel like you are old, and if you start thinking old, your body will get old. But look at this stretch. It is a bit complicated, but I do it. I'm not doing it because I'm not having any challenge. No, I have challenges, but I exercise. So this is an example to you. You don't have to advance excuses of not exercising. Say, no, I'm not well, I have problems. Yeah, problems are there, and they will be always there. We are in the world, we are not in heaven. So we should think about the benefits of putting in the place of thinking that nothing is there to stop us enjoying life, however much difficulties can be. You see, the place itself where I am doing this exercise is not good. It's not well. It's a challenge, but I don't care. I just exercise and think positively. Do not let any challenge put you down. Go above those problems and feel happy. Many people say, no, you should cover those places, not well, it is not clean. No. It is where I exercise. I cannot hide my place, because it is where I live. So I cannot go to borrow where I exercise and show people that I live in a very good place. No, my place is not bad, even though I have challenges, like financial challenges. But, well, even Jesus, who came from heaven, he did not have a shelter. Yeshua HaMashiach Emmanuel, the creator of all things, he did not have where to sleep. But he came just to save us and give us an example. When we face challenges, should not be a barrier of not enjoying life. That's why I show you these exercises, to give you a message that nothing at all, nothing should stop you enjoying life, including exercising. Please exercise daily, so that your body feel happy. You take time to remove those hormones of stress, cortisol, epinephrine, that unhappiness. Remove it from your body by doing these exercises. I'm not doing these exercises because I have eaten good food and satisfied. No. I just enjoy the little I can get. But I exercise anyway. To give you an example, I don't want anyone to tell me I can't exercise, I'm hungry. Yes, you should not exercise because you are satisfied. Even when you are hungry, that is a good time to exercise, so that you may put your brain in a good condition. The little food you can get, eat it, and praise God, and exercise. That's it. Yeah, that's why I did not hide you my place. This is my place where I live. Yeah. So, whether you feel happy with me or unhappy, I don't care. I don't care. I just exercise and feel free and praise God. Because if I'm healthy, it's enough. If I don't have money today, doesn't mean that tomorrow I will not have it. God is there for me. That's it. So that is inspiration I'm giving you in these exercises. So I inspire you to do the same. Exercise daily. Feel confident. So when it comes to talk about copper, many people ask questions, a lot of questions. So in my recent presentation, I've tried to explain in large the scientific findings about copper. But now, I'm just going to talk to you. What do you think about copper? Well, my own research I have done on copper is that it can help to heal incurable wounds. Very serious wounds have been healed by using copper oxide, copper metal, applying on the place where the wound is. I have so many people I have used the copper on them. I advise them to use copper where they had a wound, and they used to clean the wounds using copper oxide. We make it ourselves, just using lemon juice and the copper, and we make a copper oxide, which can be very powerful to clean the wound and eliminate all microbes, viruses, bacteria, fungi, and even other microorganisms. That one I have done it myself. So copper, I started using it from inspiration of an Indian doctor who was a pharmacist. I met an Indian doctor, pharmacist, in 2005. He was the owner of the pharmacy in a city, one city of the African country. I approached him. He was my friend. I found him drinking water from a copper cup. I asked him, but what is the use of that water you are drinking from that cup, which I'm seeing being extraordinary? He laughed and he said, no, this is not extraordinary. It is common in our culture. In India, we use it. Even my eyes, he was not wearing specs, and he was around 55 years above. And he told me another secret. He said, because me, I was wearing glasses, said, even the water from this cup can help you to improve the eyesight. The generation of your eyes can be stopped if you keep bathing copper water with showering copper water on your face every day. I put in my mind, but I did not go immediately to practice it because I did not have that cup anyway. But later on, I went back to him, asked him, sir, I was interested in with the information you have given me, but I don't know where I can get the cup. So he referred me to an Indian shop where I can get the cup. I went there, I bought the cup. It was not like this. It was just a simple cup, but a full copper cup. And I started putting water, bathing my face. But I got tired because I was very busy with the other things, and I could travel a lot, so I could not travel with the cup. So I gave up. I was working the company, a South African company, which sold food supplements. I was a food supplements user because I was having a very serious injury of the back and the shoulder. Yeah. And even I was having an appointment of surgery. Yeah, but it did not happen. Miraculously, practicing good nutrition and food supplements use, my injuries went away themselves. I could travel the long distance in buses from one city to another without any problem. But I could wear the corset, the belt, because I was recommended by my doctor to not travel a long journey without having that belt to support my back. Okay, I respected those recommendations. I could travel with that belt. But when I was in Uganda, I met other Indians, and they were my friends. We could exchange many ideas about how to help ourselves with the natural things. So I brought back the idea of copper with those Indians I met in Uganda, in Kampala. So they told me the same story. The doctor, the pharmacist told me in another city where I met that pharmacist. They told me the same information. By then, internet was not common, so it was difficult to search and get more, because YouTube was very young, could not provide many informations, and on Google, it was not common. You could not find many informations. But as the time goes ahead, in 2007, I bought a computer, my laptop, a new one in Kampala, and it was Toshiba. So I started doing research on copper and pursue my research activities on nutrition and nutritional medicine and naturopathy. So this copper, I'm telling you, they are very, very powerful metals. They can be used to sanitize the public surfaces where many people meet, and can cause cross-contamination, meaning exchanging bacteria, viruses, and other microorganisms just by touching the place, as you see what was happening during COVID-19 in 2020. So you know it very well that many people in many countries, especially in the European countries, specifically Italy, many people could leave their home just because they suspect that they have acquired COVID, just by feeling a little bit sick. But the fact is, many people did not have that infection. But when they reached at the hospital, unfortunately, they could get it from there, acquiring it, because people could touch, could sneeze, could cough, and spread the viruses around. Then others could catch them from there. So, hospital-acquired infection has played a very big role during COVID-19. Hospital-acquired infection has been a very serious issue in the whole world, especially developed world. Because in the developing countries, people did not go to hospital during the COVID. They could fear to go there. While in the developed countries, a lot of people could go to the hospitals, and many acquired that infection from there. That is one of the reasons which reduced infections in poor countries. Can say maybe that condition of being poor, they could not go to hospitals anyhow because of lack of financial means. And on the other hand, it helped them because they stayed home and they did not, those who could just feel unwell, could not catch the disease from those who were positive. And, well, some countries of Africa behaved very well during COVID. Some countries, not all. They set programs to prevent hospital-acquired infection, to include putting equipment appropriate to avoid any possible contamination. That's very good. But others did not do anything, but God stood there just to protect his people without considering the effort of the people who were in charge of providing what could help people to avoid contamination. But talking to copper, many people ask me, you always have your specs with copper. Your watch is having copper on it. Your mobile money, your mobile phone is having copper. So it means everything of yours is copper. I told you yes. Why? Because I have chosen it and I have information about it. I read many books. I contacted many researchers who did research on copper, and I found that the copper is the best metal ever existing in the world, which can be used to prevent infections, especially infection from other people. If you meet people who have infection, whether viral, bacterial, or fungal, copper can help to prevent acquiring that infection very easily. So when you have copper on your keys, accidentally you give a hand, you shake hand with the person with, for example, salmonella, typhi, or amoeba, or any other microbes. So, and you immediately you hold your key holder, which is made of copper. So that time, that metal will stay in your hand, meeting that microbe or bacteria or virus, because of the capacity of copper of penetrating, sending the positive copper ion into the cell membrane of that microbe or bacteria or virus. It kills it immediately, and you are saved. So that's the reason why you will see me always wearing even the mask, having a copper inside that mask. Many people ask me, but you guy, that is exaggeration. Even your mask is having copper inside. Yes, it has copper inside, because I have found it very useful. And the fact is that if you read yourself those reference I have given you in the past video, for example, let me repeat again. Let's go to Google, and you write in Google, say, how copper can be used to treat incurable wound. How copper can be used to treat incurable wounds. See the information they give you. You can use another keyword. Say, how copper metal can be useful in prevention of public acquired infection. How copper metal surfaces can be useful in prevention of public acquired infection. It may be viral infection, it may be bacterial infection, it may be fungal infection. Copper metal surfaces can help to prevent those infections. How copper oxide, that can be used to clean the incurable wounds. How copper oxide can be the perfect sanitizer of wound. How copper oxide can be the perfect sanitizer of wound. Well, you do your own research. You are not forced to accept what I'm saying because I may be mistaken. Yeah, I'm not an angel. I'm not someone who is unfallible. So I can be mistaken. But you yourself, you can do your own research and find the truth about copper. Well, the truth is, when copper is kept on the skin, and when your body has many bacteria, viruses, or any other unclean things, for example, if you did not bathe well, and some bacteria are remaining on your skin, and you put copper, you know what will happen? It burns the skin. That's why in some countries, for many years ago, they had a proverb by saying that someone is showing the scars of copper. That proverb was used to mean that someone who was rich is showing the signs that he has been rich. Now he's no longer rich. Because copper by then, it was very rare. And the one who could afford it was the one who was very rich, who could have many cows so that they could give some cows to get copper bracelets. That's why they used to say that. So in case that person get some problems and could resell using barter trade, exchanging those copper bracelets into cows. So when the time comes, people ask him, where are your copper bracelets? He say, look, I was having them, but now I'm no longer having them. But I used to have them, many of them. That's where that proverb came from. But the fact is, copper is a very powerful metal. It is used in many sectors, many. In medical, in agriculture, in the military, in environmental protection. You know very well that copper has been used in prevention of thunder beating the buildings or any area. Thunder protection is the best material they use in thunder protection is copper. If you do not use copper, when it comes to protect the area with the thunder effect, you will be surprised. Your place is not protected. If you use any other metal, when, for example, you use steel, use any other metal, it cannot help. Only copper can play that role. And they used to use the copper metal, and in the soil they put charcoal. So imagine how copper works with charcoal to neutralize the power of thunder, and is no longer effective to damage anything. So copper is not miraculous. It is naturally made metal to help. That's why in the Bible is mentioned. God mentioned it in Exodus 30, chapter 30, verse 20 from 19. You continue. God told Moses, tell Aaron to make a wash place made of copper so that they may not die, because they were exposed to bacteria, viruses, and many things which can make an impact on their health. So that's why God gave that advice. Now let's come back to our exercise. Well, coming back to our exercise, here we come back to exercise. Okay. That is jogging as a warm-up. Jogging as a warm-up. Wearing my specs of copper. You know, these specs, how they help when you exercise. They stimulate the blood to saturate well in the head, and then it makes an impact in removing toxins from the head when you exercise. Okay? So when you have the specs of copper, the frame themselves, they play a role of medicine because they have a contact with the body and they stimulate the blood to move well. And there is no barrier in the blood saturation in the head. So when you exercise, you get more energy in the brain. You don't get dizzy. You know, there's some people who can exercise like this and they get dizzy, meaning you have a poor blood saturation. Look at this stretch. It is a very good exercise to help your back, your whole body to work much better. So I practice it to give you an example, to remove those excuses. But people have so many excuses saying, no, I cannot exercise, I'm very old. Even though you are 100 years, you need to exercise, dear. You need to, because if your body is not helped by exercising, it gets old and it immediately affects your brain, and you get old from in the brain, and then you are in danger. So that's why here I can tell you that Getting old start from the brain. Look at this stretch. Very good. When I exercise like this, I feel much better. I feel much happy, even though in the pocket there is nothing, but I feel relaxed. Because of being happy, of being healthy. You know, the first wealth you have is your health. Do not be mistaken that being rich, you are happy. No, there's a lot of people who are rich who are not happy at all because of being always sick. When you are sick, you cannot get happy at all, even though you have billions of dollars. Well, money is good because it can help you to get many things, helping others and help yourself and fulfill your responsibilities. All of us, we need money, but the best thing we need is health than money. If you give me the choice that from money and health, what can you choose? I choose health. Because when I'm healthy, I can make money. Yeah. Friends, followers of S Healthcare CNM TV, this is your channel.